Greetings, fellow Wendigos. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech, the first Wendigo, episode 107, half a dozen Atomizers. I have a lot of uranium, so I don't really mind burning it to shoot at weak stuff, because eventually the Diaboluses will be in range. Is the high mate in the scanner? Oh, okay, high mate's already in the scanner. So I only have 18 days worth of high mate scanning, which is unfortunate. I wish I had longer. Whatever. Don't give me a medical emergency for some idiot way back there. The other thing that I was thinking about doing is using one of the Insanity Lances, but it looks like the blasters are super damaged. So there's not really any blasters that I would want to lance as a result. So I'm not going to bother with that. What I could do, however, is flip-flop the gate here to have the Diaboluses march past again, which would be useful. Wendy, just stand in the door until Idiot Jack's got that other one open. Rexy and Decaboy? I think this is another case of I didn't lock them down properly. But let's put them in the bunker. And actually, Wendy, keep this door open for now. Just so that I don't have to fix them. Who's their controller? Okay. Here we go. Wait, I thought I skipped you again. 1 second. Little messiness. Area 2. Area 2. Nope, don't wander the wrong way. Get to the zone I said for you to go to. Jack almost has that open. Okay, it's open, so Wendy, you could close that door. Oops. Is it closing? Yep. All right, it's closed. Wendy will patrol to make sure that the other doors around doesn't get destroyed. Let me double check behind walls. So the behind the wall zone should no longer be allowed because I never built this door, so getting into the base is possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to temporarily change the zone, which is annoying because it's a lot of painting that has to be removed. Because going all the way around the maze is hypothetically possible. So one of the things that Wendy could do right now to fix that is just build a steel door there. And that would stop that from being a valid long path. Because they're going to start taking that valid long path. And I don't want that. Oh, this is not a good time for Cowcoast to be leaving the map tile either. So Wendy, are you... Yep, she's booking it back. Good. I wish I could just, like, disown these guys. I don't want warnings about them. the warning noises and the death noises keep freaking me out. And then I remember, oh yeah, they're cannon fodder. Like, they're meant to die. But it's always panicking. Every time. It's so unpleasant to be like, oh god, I got someone dead. No. No one that matters. Alright, so they're bashing this door a little bit. Wendy, you might want to take a breather from building one door to repair this one. There we go. Until the scyther goes away. Perfect. The Apocryton is down. The nano chip is available. And then, in a second here, all of these mechs are going to march past those slug turrets again. Because they no longer have a valid path through this door. I just have to make sure that that door doesn't break, because it's, you know, going to be targeted, I think. Cool. What I really need to do is to make an effort to haul this uranium to the shelves, because I haven't done that, and we're running out of... I'm basically out of stored uranium to reload entirely. Which ain't great. My brawlers, and Chimmick, you're kind of like a brawler, sorta, are going to come up here to help Kalkos, because Kalkos is about to walk out that north door, and Kalkos is going to get smoked in a second, if he does. And they still have not yet recalculated. You know there's a second path down there? There shouldn't be. Nah, there isn't. They can't get through. This is the only east-west passages I've just walled up. As evidenced by these things turning around. So no. Alright, let's hit it. I can actually keep these things off until the important things like the War Queen and the Diabolus is passed through. I don't need to be firing at Militors, as they're not very difficult to kill. Oh, no problem. You're just looking out for me. And I appreciate... Oh, wow. Okay. Pop goes the centipede. So we're just kind of escorting Kalkos at this point. A little worried about Kalkos because he's hypothermic and kind of dying, but you know, we'll see. And as soon as the high value targets pass in front of these slugs, I think they're there now. But I'll wait so that there's fewer false positives available to be hit. Here we go. Run, Kalkos, run! My brawler cleanup crew is doing a pretty good job. And if I have to face the Diabolus like the old-fashioned way, that's kind of fine. My guys can handle it. Might try to set me on fire, but I'll get out of the way. Or, you know what I could do is, you know, let me try something. Where is my Legionary? I'm going to try to use my Legionary to force the Diabolus to self-kill. It might destroy the chips, but it'd surely be fun to do. I think this Diabolus is actually trying to get a path. No, it's not. Never mind. Oh, it's dead. So now we just have a War Queen and Diabolus stack here left to kill, but I'm running out of uranium for slugs. The Diabolus is pretty screwed up. The War Queen... Oh, no, Diabolus is dead. So it's just the War Queen. That's easy. That is easy. So I'm gonna get Bryzit and Wendy up here, and we're just gonna smoke a War Queen. So save the uranium, because there's nothing else scary. And I believe that War Queen's all out of urchin juice. Let's call it. Mass, you can go away. Judea, you don't need to be here either. So, of the mechs, of the enemies, there is 2 Scythers and a War Queen. Alright, no problem. That went smooth. So I have 2 days for Noble in the Crosshairs, and we have 2 tiles left up to tile up. Oh, they still have urchins. That's okay. They're pretty dinky. Alright, and they're all dead. And there's our power focus chip. And then all that's left is 1 more Scyther, I think, unless we just killed it. No, we killed it. So fast I didn't even notice. Done! Not bad. Not bad at all. I think a pretty effective salvo here, burning all the Apocryton charges. So, unrestricted. And it also reminds me that this door is kind of important. So let's get that door built. I am also going to hull zone the uranium, because that is mission critical. So mechs, hull mechs, hopefully you focus on that. And if you don't, I will force you to. With the power focus chip that we just got, I am going to make one more... I'm going to make one more waste pack atomizer. And then we'll have 2 signal chips and 1 power focus. So, I mean, the nano chip is going to be the atomizer. So yeah, we'll be able to make some good stuff out of that. I'll have you guys vote on that once things get sorted here in a minute. Bring the chips in? Absolutely. And I am allied. What's his name? Made it out, and we're now allied with the glitterworld Empire. Fantastic. Let's call them in. And while Bryzit's here, let's learn Word of Inspiration. Oh, you're not high enough, so don't do that. Learn Pain Block. Sight, sensitive, kind instinct. Could be worse. Oh, who else is there? There's a genie to scan. Sounds good to me. And Kadath just became an adult. Chemical interest. Oh boy. Body purist chemical interest. You just... I had high hopes. Inappropriately high hopes. So the priority is build a Apocryton, or build a barracks, rather build an Apocryton. Edekin raids with prisoners. Still working on that. So we'll have a ton of Edekin grenadiers, which is going to be annoying to manage. But hopefully with some well-placed berserks, or maybe even I probably don't want to use the Quake, though. The issue with the Quake, of course, is if I neuroquaked, it puts Wendy in a coma. I don't want that. tempting as that would be. Oh, come on, use shelves, friends. They're getting all gross in there because of bad priority. But it does look like the barracks is coming together now. Finally making an effort to get that built. Who the hell are you? Oh! No! I missed well, okay. I have a sacrificial tribal that I missed. I didn't notice. And they're like, I have nothing to eat. And you know, you'd be right, Turtle. You don't have anything to eat. So, yeah. That sucks. Wendy sacrifice him? No, I can't. He's an ally. He's an ally, and we abuse the alliance, so that doesn't make any sense. But I can throw him at the Edekin raids, you know, as cannon fodder. He can die of no consequence, but that doesn't mean I can attack him without consequence. Right? The two are slightly different. I think because the Edekin raids, I fully expect them to be breachers. I am going to move my mechs up here, where they are going to be way closer to where a breach will happen. Because I'm basically with the makeup of the quest, with the makeup of the raid that is incoming, with 36 grenadiers, they're going to breach, right? Like, what else are they going to do? So, one thing that I could do with Turtle is I could give Turtle a shield belt or a low shield pack and have him round up all of the Edekin around him, and then like use a Doomsday Launcher on all of the Edekin that are trying to attack him. That would be a really weird thing to do, and I like it. So I'm going to give him a low shield pack and try to have him be like, you know, to draw everyone in together so that Wendy can just like nuke them with a Doomsday Launcher. Sounds tasty. Wendy, let's go ahead and make these last two hex tiles too, because the crosshair quest only has a day and a half. A little time sensitive. Alright, Turtle, you're still starving. You are going to be given guests food. This bedroom is now valid for a Duchess. This is going to be Brazit's bed. And then Turtle, you are going to sleep on the floor because, you know, I really don't care. Oh, I need a free bedroom that satisfies the requirement of Brazit too. Shoot. Okay, let me figure that out, because yeah, I can't just give up his bedroom. So Brazit, what do you want? You want 24 tiles, all floor, double bed, and table dresser? I could do that. Sorry, Mitty, but you're getting bumped. Yeah, it's a stopgap that prevents you from being able to just give up one bedroom for the quest. Totally understandable, and I actually like it, but I didn't accommodate for it, so we're working on it. And this only has 20 tiles, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. ugly, but it will work. You're rejected from the growth vat because you're too old. You need rescue. And boy, do you ever. Because if you stay in that room too long, you die. So, Jack, go rescue Rogie. Rogie, what are you? You are a dirt mole Neanderthal hybrid. You are allowed to be a colonist, but you don't have the increased melee damage. You are greedy, pretty, and a teetotaler. What to do with Rogie? So there's a few options here. Rogie's female, so she could be a egg donor, a imprisoned egg donor, a grunt, combat grunt, or organ harvested. Organ harvested doesn't really make much sense because she does have good genes, but the rest is up to you. So does it say how long it will take for them to... Oh no, that's the wrong quest. No. It does not say when the raid will show up, just that it will. Okay. Alright, at this point, I can now accept... No, I still can't? Oh, because the walls aren't destroyed. That's right. Get this up to 24, and then put some tiles in it. I'm just going to do it at a hex. Because hex tiles really aren't that expensive, and I have the steel nearby. And then I'll put the wall back once I'm done. The barracks is coming together. It is going to require its own temperatures and power rerouting and all that jazz. It's not quite livable yet, but the quest has been fulfilled for Agatha. And you guys decided that I'll go anti-green and gold. There's also one court ally coming in. So I'm going to try to wait a maximum amount of time here so that I can get the barracks up and running. So that the court ally can sleep somewhere nice-ish. Because that will, benefit me in the long run. So there's a little bit more work to be done. Well, a lot of work more to be done, but okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Slug turrets, I think, have been rearmed, yeah. Some of them need to be repaired, but they definitely have been rearmed. That's good. And you guys want Rogie as a combat grunt. All right. Rogie as a combat grunt is probably going to be the same as Chimik, being point-blank shooter, because nearsighted, but also not because bonus melee damage. So very, very similar to Genome to Chimik. So let's go ahead and cook a Genome up here. But there's going to be a lot more wiggle room because of the UV sensitivity. So that's good. So germline-wise, let's calculate. -1, +3, +2, neutral, -1, +1. So your baseline metabolism is a +1. Got it. You're robust and reduced pain, so I don't need to give you any of that. You're already dark vision, so I don't need to give you that. You're cold tolerant. So we'll give you super fast wound healing, very fast runner. Awful art, awful plants, awful craft, awful intellectual, awful cook, poor animals. Elongated fingers, dead calm, kind, and you still can afford some more. Maybe... You know, maybe I could give you great mining. In case I need another miner. I don't think that's unreasonable. You're already like part dirt mole, and you have intense UV sensitivity, so if you are to be doing work, working in a dark mine is probably best for you. So this is the Rogi. Cool. Thumbs up. I hope I calculated that right, but we'll see. All right, Wendy. Yeah, keep getting side focus. That sounds all right. Frosty, you should be nearly over your flu. 70%? Not nearly. Working on it. Rogi, you are just in a coma. Do I have more? Okay, so I'm out of animal meat to be able to put into the shelf. That's fine. Wendy, we did call on the Glitterworld Empire, but let's also call Inalor. 8 hours, never mind. Still has a bit of cooldown. Another thing that I could do to speed up commute time is to create steel pathways. And that way we'll be able to just move around critical areas more quickly. It's something that I probably should have been done like for a long time. Unfortunately, no, it doesn't make sense to do it here because of those wind turbines. I might want to move those wind turbines at some point, but I'm not going to do that right now. That's enough praying, Wendy. Get back to work. The trees have done an excellent job of removing pollution. It's actually where a lot of the waste packs are going. I realize it. But getting another atomizer is going to be really nice. So, Wendy, let's get that built. I really need to start ground pen scanning again, which requires Bryzit to finish up the poison synth research. Is literally the last research project that I have left to unlock, and then I can just deconstruct the research bench and the multi-analyzer. I'm not going to need it beyond getting that built, because shipbuilding is not a. It actually kind of makes. There might be a reason to research shipbuilding, so maybe I won't do that, because if we want to encourage raids for whatever reason, like if we have a heat wave, let's say, it might benefit us to have a reactor that we can turn on during a heat wave, or during a temperature, one of those like. Zone temperature things to encourage human likes to raid us, because normally on this map tile it's like simply too cold for most humanoids to raid. But if there's a situation where I can force them to raid, then that really is of great benefit. Yeah, one of those climate changers, exactly. I still have yet to haul in the chips, too. They're so expensive and so rare. And I'll make a point of doing that now. Who's it? Kath is hauling the nano chip. There it is. Alright. The quest expires 21 hours. It is almost ready for them in here. Almost. Just waiting on the last few doorways and the like. I won't let that lapse, I hope. So I will start moving the beds down here. And I think what I'm going to do is anyone that doesn't have, like, required bedroom is just going to sleep in the barracks. No exceptions. Wendy doesn't care about people's preferences, like, at all. Double beds aren't needed either, so I'm going to phase out the double beds. Which means that this room up here is going to have a lot more room to the room. I will give them, like, a shared dresser. That is a kindness that I can afford. And also try to get them into higher quality beds so that they just sleep faster and spend less time sleeping. And then the slaves are going to do the same thing. And I'm going to be aiming, again, for the slaves to all have higher quality beds so they rest recover quicker and I can get them back working as well. So I'll probably end up aiming for excellent quality beds. But what I could do is I can have Wendy come down here into the mining tunnels where the steel is and just like hammer out a whole bunch of beds and hope for high quality ones. All right, there we go. Let's fill it. Six is pretty good. Six is pretty good. I don't believe the Rogi xenogerm is done. We still have low. But I wasn't going to implant it until after the known raids are done. Just because it's more dangerous. So it's a decent room, but I'll work to make at least the colonists' bedroom, shared bedroom, a little bit nicer. I don't think I'm going to really care about the slave room. How nice it is makes no difference to Wendy. The colonists, I don't want to go on, like, mood problems, though. So now this is a proper laboratory, and that sounds about right. $9,000 silver. Wow. Didn't realize it was that high. So here's the chips that we have. I don't think... Where's the power focus chip? I don't think we hauled that in. Yeah, it's still out here. So 2 signal chips. Should I make 2 gestation implants with the signal chips? So the 2 gestation implants would go to Bryzit. Bryzit only has 1 of 6. And the 2 additional chips would allow Bryzit to gestate combat mechs more quickly. And then the power focus chip could go either to remote shielder level 3 or to control groups once low gets control groups 1 through 3. I can do additional control group chips for faster work bots. So MIDI, it seems as if you need, oh, and Chimic. That's funny. I need another bed down here. I don't really care about the quality at the moment, so I'm just gonna make any old bed. Because the other Court Ally I will put in this room next to Bryzit. So the other Court Ally has a decent bed and doesn't complain. Because I have 11 hours to accept that. Which means that this, whatever this was, this old bedroom can go. Turtle, you can continue sleeping there. I really don't care about your quality of bedrooms. And then, this will be the Duchess and the Court Ally. That works. It's ugly, but it's functional. All right. Looks like 2 more gestation implants is the way we're going to go. What should I do with the power focus chip? Control group? Or remote shield, or remote repair. Remote repair, for reference, is a really slow and inefficient repair, but it is, you can do it safely from a distance. So it would be probably good for low, considering low can't shoot guns. But it really isn't like a strong remote repair. And then, of course, remote shield, Mass already has 2 stacks of, and I could get a 3rd. It goes up to 3 for strength. And then if I do for control group, I would just need low to get 3 signal chips in order to get control groups 1 through 3, and then the control group chips can be 4 through 6. I know it's confusing. I have a tutorial about that. Well, actually, not specifically about that, but yeah, it's very confusing. But those are the choices there. So, just pick between those choices. And xenogerm for Rogi is done. And it can be implanted in Rogi, and it's fine. It doesn't max out or anything like that. Quest expiring in 7 hours. Yeah, I see it. I'll hit it up now. I'm going to raffle off the guests. I know they're temporary members, but might as well have them have names after you guys. So, raffle timer's up for that. And timer for the poll is up as well. So, who do we have? We have the you and you. Big Red. Really? That's a hilarious name. Jackson Big Red Hightower. And Mavronis. Agatha Mavronis. You're a level 6 Psycaster. You have Mass Chaos Skip. Okay. They're paralyzed, so they're going to need to be fed. My only worry is with the whole feeding bit is them being really upset because they're paralyzed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook vegetarian lavish meals until I have 10. And then for guests, I'm going to allow lavish meals, vegetarian lavish meals. What's interesting is I'm really curious where we rescue them to, because I'm required to have bedrooms that suit them, but that doesn't necessarily mean they like sleep in the... Well, now that my hospital's full, they'll probably sleep in the bedrooms. But I had that question of like, where will they actually go? There we go. So let's go ahead and make sure that the lavish meals are made by mechs. And then modify the guest food to include vegetarian or appetizing meat, vegetarian lavish meals. Just because we have a lot of rice, and I'll just sacrifice some rice for their mood, because I have to keep them happy. And they don't have acceptable food at the moment, so, you know, I'm being warned that I'm not meeting expectations at the moment. Remote shield. Got it. So we already have one of the gestation processors. That's going to Brazit. T-Sing's working on another. And then we'll get remote shield out here. So, guarding the Duchess will spawn a double-sized mech cluster. With any luck, the Edekin and the mech cluster will have to fight one another. I doubt that will happen, because the Edekin are breachers or sappers. But who knows? I might get lucky. Okay. Bedroom looks good. It's a little cold. I'll add another heater to the other door. It's actually warmer than the common space here, but I'm going to leave the door forced open anyway, just for movement speed. Also, it would make sense to illuminate this. Well, no, I mean we have night dark vision, but the slaves don't. So I'll illuminate this this section as well down here, so that the slaves are a little bit more productive. Remote shielder's done. Oh wow, that was fast. So now both of the combat mechanators have gestations up to 3. It goes up to 6, so there's more to go, but they're still pretty useful at this point. Kim is the one that I really want to rescan, so I can rescan in the next 11 days, and there is 15 days left of the shuttle. It's a small chance that I'll end up getting something useful, but whatever, that's fun. Looks like the hoppers are empty of vegetarians, so I'm going to put them back on rice. I also have an open growth vat. So one of the things I was going to do is to fertilize Kath, who's a baseliner, fertilize her egg with... with maybe Edekin? So I'll do Zandy, because Zandy is dead now. So I'll try a Zandy-Kath cross and see how that works. The leaders here are going to be named Rhodes. The guests, I should say. They're not leaders. Although she is level 6. So she's a duchess. She's pretty high ranking. Rhodes and... Oh, hey. Guitar Lilin. Now I have the whole power couple in the colony. Can I rip eggs from the high mate too? The high mate's male. The females that are guests here, I could. Oh man, I didn't realize this one is 87 years old. A little worried about them dying of like natural causes and and me being blamed. But that's a really good question. Let me check if any of them are female of proper age. Jenny is. Jenny would be the only one. So I'll pull one from Jenny and Tala. Oh, there's 2 of them. I mean, they're baseliners, but again, that can still be very useful. So this egg is... Hey, I mean, this is actually a really good eat again. Because it is, I got strong melee damage and robust and fur skin. I'm going to grow this immediately. Because it's a perfect Edekin cross. The only thing we wanted out of the Edekin is fur skin. And this so happens to have not inherited any negative genes that we want to avoid. So, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Baseliners are really good to filter out genes. Because when you cross a baseliner with anything else, you just get, like, a random subset of that anything else. So if you cross a baseliner with, like, an Edekin, you just get a random subset of Edekin genes. Because the baseliner will contribute nothing but skin and hair color. And that way you can have a chance to remove the negative genes that you don't want passed on, but to keep some of the positive ones. So baseliners are always useful for that specific purpose. And it worked out in my favor here. We've got an Edekin hybrid that kept the good and lost the bad. And I'll do the 2 additional eggs now that you've reminded me. I think that's it. I don't think any of these others are harvestable. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the first Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch, February 19th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wendigos,